Well, good afternoon, everyone. As all of you know, the administration is on the cusp of sending up an AUMF. My conference will be meeting tomorrow afternoon at 5 to discuss the issue. What I've said to our members is this is a matter of such import that from a procedural point of view, we're going to try to include everybody in our conference in the discussions beginning next week. There is no more serious matter that ever comes before the Congress than an authorization for the use of military force. And we're looking forward to seeing the language that the President feels like he needs, and that will certainly be one of the dominant discussions of the next few weeks.
Well, in addition to serious matters like the authorization of use of military force, there are pieces of legislation that do enjoy broad bipartisan support. One of those areas I will mention to you has to do with prison reform. Criminal justice reform seems to have united the right and the left in the middle on common sense solutions, and tomorrow Senator Whitehouse from Rhode Island and I'll be introducing a prison reform bill based on the successful experiment in Texas and Rhode Island and other states in reducing the level of incarceration by an assessment measure and diverting inmates into programs where they can be rehabilitated and learn job skills and become productive members of society as they transition out of prison into the community. So while we do have our differences on a number of issues, this is another one where I do believe there is a broad bipartisan consensus that we can build from.
I just want to express on the behalf of the United States Senate our deepest condolences to the friends and family of Kayla Mueller. Obviously, we want to keep them in our prayers. The letter that she sent home showed incredible grace, incredible courage, incredible strength in the face of an enormous evil. And what we're seeing in ISIS is an evil unlike anything that we've ever seen before. There seems to be no level to which they won't stoop in terms of brutality to make their point. And that's what is so concerning about the fact that the administration has yet to articulate a clear strategy about how we're going to defeat them. I'm encouraged that we're going to get an AUMF. We look forward to examining that. But the fact of the matter is that for the past 6 years, the administration's consistent dithering has made the world less, not more safe. And it is high time that the President and his team articulate a clear and coherent strategy. We hope the AUMF will represent that. But we've got a big job to do to defeat a horrendous evil, something unlike anything that we've ever seen before.
A video of the President came out just within the last 24 hours where he talks about the damage that's done by the filibuster in the Senate. And I would hope he would get that message to the Democrat senators who are filibustering our opportunity to even discuss on the Senate floor the funding of Homeland Security. They will not even allow us to get on the bill to offer amendments. You've all seen what happens when we are able to offer amendments on the floor in an open legislative process. On the Keystone Bill, dozens and dozens of amendments and votes from both parties on issues to help work through legislation. We should be doing the same thing with the funding in the Department of Homeland Security. The Democrats continue to put up the stop sign. We need to actually get on the bill, get to amendments. The majority leader has offered opportunity after opportunity for Democrat amendments to come forward. It seems that they're not even willing to do that. So we need to get on the bill so we can actually debate and amend and fund the Department of Homeland Security. I would request that the Democrats listen to the President and get over this desire to filibuster.
Yeah.
Last month, the U.S. Supreme Court really up the issue of same-sex marriage. One of the cases challenging the city law in the state of Kentucky. What do you hope is the outcome of these cases, and do you expect Senate Republicans to win some legal capacity?
Well, I think that we'll have to determine through the court is going to decide this issue apparently. Whether or not they leave it to the states, we don't know yet, but we're looking forward to reading what they have to say.
Senator McConnell, you intend to file a week as brief like you did in 2013. I believe you intend on 9 other Republican senators asking them to uphold DOMA. Do you intend to do something similar with fiscal?
Yeah, I don't think, I personally have not made a decision on that. Yeah.
20 years ago, when the Republicans first took over Congress, they not only passed a budget resolution that promised a balanced budget, but they passed a reconciliation bill that would. Is there any chance they would do that this time?
Well, we're certainly going to pass the budget, and I wouldn't be surprised if it made possible a reconciliation measure. And we'll be on that sometime this spring. And I think it's an essential part of governing to pass the budget, and you can count on that. We will be doing that. I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
What are the next steps on the DHS?
Well, we've had, as Senator Barrasso pointed out, we've had a week on it. We've had 3 cloture votes, all of which have not succeeded. It's clear we can't get on the bill. We can't offer amendments to the bill. And I think it'd be pretty safe to say we're stuck because of Democratic obstruction on the Senate side.
Is it up to the House now to act, or do you think that there's a way that you guys can go?
Well, I think it's clear we can't go forward in the Senate unless you all have heard something I haven't. And so the next move, obviously, is up to the House.
Leader McConnell, is the likely assumption for the DHS issue a short-term CR at this point?
Yeah, I'm not going. Yeah, I'm not going to speculate about how this DHS funding issue may end. I can just tell you, I think it's clearly stuck in the Senate. We can't get on it. We can't offer amendments to it. And the next step is obviously up to the House.
Senator,